Hi, I'm Natalie Rydstrom and you're watching Euro Football Weekly. Now we have about a week to wait till the Premier League season kicks off. But whilst you're waiting for the fun to start, Lee Phelps from In Play Radio and myself will take an early look at a few key matches taking place on Saturday 16th. Lee, thanks for being here today.
No problem. Good to be here.
Now, the very first match to kick off the season is Manchester United versus Swansea. Now, you mentioned in a previous video, Lee, that these two teams played their first match of the 2013-14 season, where Man United won 4-1 on the road. Now, that was a good win for the Red Devils, even though they had a rough season in all. The Devils will want to bounce back under new manager Louis van Gaal, and we'll be looking for a similar win, especially now this time around when they play at Old Trafford. Now, how much would we read into that head-to-head, and what are you expecting from this match?
I've been really impressed by Manchester United pre-season. I don't take too much notice of pre-season results, but what I always look for are players in form, Natalie. And if a striker's scoring goals pre-season, he's confident. He goes into the season looking good. And I think Rooney looks sensational. I mean, he looks as thin as I've ever seen him look. He's got that issue. He can look a bit chunky at times. I think they've just bought into this new regime so much at Manchester United. The signings so far have been good, not too many of them. Herrera's settled in really well, and this new formation, Van Gaal came in, he said, I'm playing 3-4-1-2. Mata looks to have just taken that on board. Herrera's playing well. Wherever the players have been put, they've played really, really well. Rooney scored 4 goals and assisted once, captained the team in that win against Liverpool in the competition. I think they look good. I mean, I think Manchester United are going to hammer some of the lesser teams this season. Might not fare so well against the better teams. That you mentioned that 4-1. I'm not saying it'll be 4-1 again, but that 4-1 was at the Liberty Stadium, remember? When Manchester United were under David Moyes and apparently everything wasn't hunky-dory. Well, everything seems fine this time. I could easily see Swansea conceding 3 here. I'm not that impressed by them, really. I mean, they brought in Emnes, he's injured. Britton's injured as well, so is Flores and Amat. Gomez from Leon is a good striker, but more of a kind of, a striker who likes to play in a front two, whereas Swansea tend to play one up front. And they've still got Boney there. They've lost Michu. Their away form last year wasn't great. I think they finished off with 2 away wins, but the rest of the season, the wins away from home were few and far between. I don't see much changing. So, I'm looking at Man United winning this and winning it fairly comfortably. I'd be looking at Man United and over 2.5 goals easily.
Yeah, well, over 2.5 goals there, that's priced at 1.77. The over 3.5 goals, that's priced at 3. Which way would you push it to over 3.5? Would you stick to the over 2.5? You would?
No, I'd go over 3.5. I would. I mean, like I say, we also talked in that previous preview that we did about Swansea's opening day record, and I know things do change, and managers change, and teams change, but they got this ridiculous record where I think they put 5 past QPR one season, they lost 4-0 to Man City one season, 4-1 to Man United last year. There have been 5 goals in 2 of their opening day Premier League games and 4 in the other. I see the same thing. I think Man United, I think it could be 3-1. I wouldn't be surprised if Man United win to 0. The over 3.5 is a little bit of a risk, but I think Manchester United will come out roaring. The Old Trafford crowd will absolutely be, buoyant with this new manager and the new regime. I wouldn't be surprised if they're 2 up in the first half, and then it really could be anything. I'd go over 3.5. I'd go Manchester United minus a goal on the handicaps, you name it, and I think Rooney will score as well. I haven't even mentioned Van Persie, by the way.
Now, you mentioned here that you could possibly see a goal from the Swans. So I was going to ask you, which way would you lean on the clean sheet and both teams to score? Or due to the unpredictability, would you maybe leave that bet?
Yeah, you look at what have Swansea got. Boney obviously had a good World Cup. Will he be a little bit fatigued by that? I'm not so sure. Sigurdsson's been their standout player pre-season, and he's a very good signing. It really fits Swansea, I think. 2 goals and 2 assists pre-season. If I was going to go for a Swansea goal, I think I'd look for Sigurdsson. He's on their set pieces, so I think that's maybe the only way they will score. So if I was looking at a Swansea goal scorer, it'd be Sigurdsson. But I think I'd probably go on the Man United to 0. And I can see 4-0.
Okay, well, if you are leaning towards the clean sheet there, that's priced at 2.25 at Sky Bet. Both teams to score is priced at 2 with Bet365. Now, Lee, what's the best way to play this match?
I think goals. It's just goals,
Goals.
I do think I'm very confident that Manchester United would win. I think they'll score in the first half, and I think they'll score in the second half. I cast my mind back to when Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge, and they used to come out of the block so quickly. They've still got that mentality. A lot of those same players are there. I think Manchester United will score goals early, and they'll score goals throughout the game. So I'm going for a Manchester United win and over 2.5, but I'd go over 3.5 like we've already discussed as well.
All right, there for the more braver bet. We're all hoping that Man U will pull it out of the bag this season. Lee Phelps, thank you for joining us.
Thanks.